Hi guys, just got back from, believe it or not, actually racing. And let's just say I used my head. Not in a good way. Ugh. Yeah, went racing again, this time at my favorite track. And I'm talking about what I think is Canada's most famous track. It's called Mosport, but today it's called Canadian Tire Motorsport Park.
So Jeff and I at Mosport, Canadian Tire
Motorsport. Because Canadian Tire bought it up here in Canada. Anyhow, Mosport, stuff of legends.
Well, this is Mosport, and I'm Bruce McLaren.
It's so iconic. It's just gorgeous, beautiful layout, scenery, so professional. And this weekend, the RideThis crew, myself and John, went to Mosport to run in the Canadian Nationals in the lightweight class with my 300 and little R3. Basically, just bodywork, no suspension, bone stock. I had gearing, and that was about it. Two choices of two sprockets. We packed the bikes. I guess we had backup bicycles. That's pretty true. Got to Mosport, did the usual thing, unpacked, got all through. And that was an interesting, long process. While the per tech inspector kept checking and checking and checking my brakes. He kept thinking that the steering head was loose or something. But I kept telling him, no, it's the floating disc. He kept hearing the clunk. And he kept checking the steering head. And I'm like, it's the floating brakes. Finally, I had him hold it and check it. And it went through. After that was done, came back down, got ready for the first practice session, went out. Went pretty well. It was great to be back. The last time I was on this track was on a TZ250 two-stroke. And quite a bit of difference in power. We're talking 84 in a good day. This little R3, bless its heart, was putting out, 28, 30 horsepower. I forget what it does, but nice little motor. You run around the whole track with the gearing pretty well in 5th and 6th. Yeah, just fun, flowing track. So cool. Testing went well. We did the qualifying. Did pretty well. I didn't know I was going to move up that well, but moved up. Decided to change the oil. John was at it diligently. He worked on the bike, made sure that I had nothing else to think about but my riding. That's important as a rider, to just focus on your racing and your riding. And he changed the tires. He did the oil. He checked everything. Any little thing I wanted changed, he was on it. He did a great job. So qualified well. Decided to enter 2 races: the Bickle lightweight and the regular lightweight production. The Bickle lightweight class allows you to run unrestricted. You can run against 400s. I was in my little 320. There was CBR 300s out there. I felt kind of bad for them as I went by them on the straight, and then the 400s went by me like they were on 600s. I can't believe the difference a couple of CCs makes. But wow. I was going to try something different. I'm going to try to go around the outside of everybody in Mosport's beautiful sweeping turn 1. Now the main event was coming up after this in the afternoon, so we'd put new tires on, and I was going to use this as mainly a practice, feel of the competition, try some strategy, drafting, things like that. It was only, I think it was 7 laps, 7 to 10 laps, not long at all. And off we went. Plan worked great. The start went fantastic. Around the outside of everybody, went from the 6th row up to 3rd, going into turn 2. So that plan was working great. Come down through 3, stay on it, up into 4. 4 is a blind downhill, beautiful dropping to a beautiful uphill into turn 5A. And that's where it all went to heck. I don't want to blame anybody here, but yeah, I got hit by somebody that thought they were going to be Marquez on the first lap and just stuff 4 of us going uphill into the first slow corner of the race. Not even a lap done yet. and clipped me on the outside of the left, which turns my bar so the bike stands up. We tangle, and here's the results. I was airborne sideways, tabletop, in the air. Beautiful image of, I've got this, and then losing it, and then hitting the ground with an audible thud in my head, bouncing up, and landing a few feet short of the tire wall, which was not very comfortable because it'd been there for years. Get up, well, first of all, I'm pissed the right F off. What the f just happened? Where is he? I'm going to kill him. And I'm looking for him to, ask him, did his brakes fail or something? Anyways, I can't find him. And then I look far over there and he's pushing his bike out of the gravel and getting it restarted and going. Oh yeah, you think so? So pick up the bike. First of all, let me tell you how hard it is to pick up a bike in thick gravel, like big rocks, big rocks, like it's too hard. I struggled, picked it up, and the hose line from the master cylinder down to the master itself, gone, missing. Spit, 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 out comes the hydraulic fluid. Ugh. Okay, let's get it back to the pits. But because I was unhurt, I just walked over, sat on the wall, and climbed over the fence and sat there and thought about stuff. And I gotta tell you, kudos to the marshals at Mosport. They did a fantastic job getting me out of danger, getting the bike out of danger. And then to the fans. I really, really have to thank the fans. Like, I can't believe the outpouring I got from people that walked up to me, offering me water, ice packs, anything I wanted. I even ran into an old friend I haven't seen in, 10 years? How's it going, Bill? Good to see you. It was just amazing. It really calmed me down, and by the time the ambulance arrived, I didn't need to get in it, but I had to get back to the pits because it's a long track. Anyways, get in the truck. And let me tell you something. After you crashed and you're sitting in full leathers in the heat, getting in an air-conditioned ambulance in the front seat, oh, man, that feels nice. Yes. Got in the truck, went all the way back, watched them carefully take my bike back, delivering the bike to John. He immediately started on it. I, however, have to go to the medical. And I walked into the medical. I was carrying my helmet, and the helmet got shotgunned by the gravel when I went bang in the head, as you saw, and they took it away. Then they sat there with me and they checked my neck. They checked my neck for half an hour, x-rays, checking the date, the standard stuff to see if you had a bit of a concussion. Everything was fine. I got cleared to go, and then the marshal walks over, the chief steward guy, and he showed me the helmet and he went tap, 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 and it sounded like a broken eggshell. No more hardness, just bleh. He says, I hate to do this. And he cut the D-ring off, so I couldn't use the helmet again. And with that cut, everything just deflated. My weekend was over as I don't have a spare helmet. Because you don't plan on crashing. You plan on staying up. This is my first crash since I was racing in 2001. And it wasn't my fault. Yeah, they all say that. But this was not. I was hit from behind. Anyways, I walked out the back door. Thank you again to the medical staff. You guys were great. Thank you so much. I hope I don't see you again. No offense. And then get back to the pits. John's got the bike. I can't believe John's just working away like mad. And he's got the bike fixed except for the hose. So we walked around and looked for the hose. Nobody had a brake hose. Nobody had nothing. But it didn't matter anyways because my helmet was toast and my neck at that point started to show the whiplash effect because I got a hyperextension and a hypercompression and whatever he called it. So that was pretty well the weekend. And I got to thank Tim Mcgill for being right there to get those great shots. I'll put the link below because Tim got some fantastic pictures. He always does. But this is the first time I've met him, and he was so nice, gave me the shots. Thanks, Tim. Links in below. Kudos to Tim Mcgill. Check him out, people. Thanks to the fans that came by and stopped by to help even. Randy, sponsored us the trailer that got us there. You can't thank them enough for the help when you're there. Just the support. It's fun to see. That takes your mind off of the worries about, is that bolt tight. My students came by from Racer 5 and they said hello, and that's great to see. And I'm sorry I fell. Sorry I got hit. Is that the right term? Sorry he hit me. Love the track, love the thing. We're going to get this movie out to you, and we're working on the next one already. Thanks for watching. Keep it going. Leave your comments below, and we'll talk to you again because we're planning on doing racing every round next season. Okay, so we'll talk to you soon. This has been Ride This. Remember, don't crash this. Just ride it. See ya.